cool giraffe cup this morning. I wanted to get on here and just kind of share a few thoughts about this verse that I read in my devotional. It's Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keep keeping watch on all the evil and the good. Proverbs 15:3. So again, that's the eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. And his eyes are in every place. Second Chronicles 16:9 and Proverbs 15:3. Every means that he sees us from above and from below. He sees the thoughts that pass through our minds. He sees the darkness as light into the fear, or sorry, he sees the darkness as light into the infinitude of space, as well as into the bottom of the soil on the floor of the deepest ocean. Think about that, the deepest ocean and soil. He also sees in the middle of every rock and even the atoms that make up the heart of our fiery sun, the atoms in the middle of the sun. Such thoughts are too much for any human mind and leave those who entertain such thoughts in the attitude of quiet worship. And the soul search question says, how am I living in the light of God's omnipresence? Father, help us to always be conscious of your presence. It got me thinking this morning that God sees, all the evil and all the injustices that take place. And just this morning already, I was praying with a family member of a family going through a really difficult situation and a custody situation where children were hurt. God sees what happens in the darkness. He sees what happens all over, and it got me thinking. Sometimes the only way through it, or the only way to uh, get through it, is to face it head on. Um, and it reminded me of an analogy that I give in grief. Um, to those who are grieving and really struggling with going through the grieving process. And it reminds me of buffaloes, actually. A cool animal fact for today. Buffaloes are the only creatures that we know of that, when they see a blizzard, which is deadly, I mean, blizzards are deadly, they're the only animal that rushes towards the storm instead of running away. And the reason the buffaloes do that, besides their strength, is they know that if you, hey, Leon, welcome, man. Hi, good morning. They know that, buffaloes know that if they go straight through the storm, that they'll be out of it quicker. So instead of trying to run away from the blizzard, like in Yellowstone, instead, the buffaloes run right through the storm, and they get through the storm, they survive, and they get out quicker. It's the same with grief. It's the same with, all these heavy things that we have to face. Good morning. Hi, baseball Bryce. It got me thinking, just like as a chaplain, sometimes I got to go into situations where there's been a suicide or there's a really distraught person, and they can be scary situations. And I took an analogy and kind of a best practice routine from some Navy SEALs, and they talk about right before they're going to breach a building, one of the SEALs will say, "Execute, execute, execute," and then the other Navy SEAL will trip the explosion. Hi, Logan. Good morning. So I do that. So when you guys are facing something, I just encourage you, create that routine. When you're scared to go on stage, or you're scared to have to face a thing like a custody hearing, or maybe a chapter in your grief, or you're going to a grief support group, or have to go to a funeral and you're upset and you're scared and distraught. Uh, in your mind, I encourage you to take a deep breath and say, execute, 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 and then breathe out and just go forward, because the best way to confront something is just to go through it, just like the buffaloes. Head straight on into the storm with courage, and just remember that God sees all of it, and He's with us, and He has faith. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great Tuesday morning. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care.